This is Sparta! Fatality.
I am Manny Moonraker. This is episode number 417, probably, UFO Buster Radio. I'm not a podcaster. I just play one behind the mic. That's what I do. I'm not really I'm not professional. You know what? From the beginning, I said that a lot. I'm not going to be professional about this. There's a lot of podcasts out there, and shit, they multiply like fucking gremlins. Like someone just opened the skies up and dropped all this damn rain on a mugwai who was a podcaster, and then the fuckers are multiplying like nuts. But I'm not a professional at what I do. I just do what I do because I want to. That's about it. And so that's why I do it my way. Yeah, you know the song. I'd play it, but I get a copyright infringement notice. But you know how it goes. That's the way I do it. I do it my way. Just over the weekend, I realized that I've been inviting people to YouTube to join the Thursday Freakout, but then I had my own freakout because the damn link inside the description was not working. Yeah, because I was like sitting around, like, who in the hell who listens to this podcast does not want to see Dave in Australia walking through a sewer and then getting rained on? I'd sign up for that. Well, it turns out that I had the wrong link. Yeah, it's fixed now. You know, and I'm thinking about it, and it probably isn't. I probably got to go back and fix it again because I fixed it for the Dark Horde, not UFO Buster Radio. Fuck my life. That's the way it's been. Over the weekend, we did go on the road, got on the motorcycles, found out there's a dam nearby, about 30 some odd miles away, and got out there. Great ride, early in the morning. Even posted a video and some pictures here and there. Video on Instagram, actually. You can check it out there. But I also, posted pictures and stuff. 2 members of the Probe Angels. Those are the only ones that went out there. That's all. The Probe Angels, the UFO Buster Radio Motorcycle Club, is too strong. That's about it. Hopefully next year, when we're done with COVID-19, which incidentally CNN keeps on posting that 1 million people, we've passed the 1 million mark, and folks that have passed away from COVID-19. Crazy. Bananas, Wuhan, fuckers. This is what you did. And the thing is, they're probably sitting around oblivious to all of this because their television, all their media is so governed, so protected from the outside world that they probably don't even know. Right? They just got a bunch of people sick there, and then they don't know that 1 million folks around the world have passed away from the silly ass shit that they pulled in Wuhan. But that's the way it goes. That's the life we live in. Those are the fuckers we have to deal with, and that's in everything. So no fucking surprise. But anyway, the Probe Angels, 2 members strong. Hopefully next year we get to increase that. We're getting our are probing hands on some GoPros this week. So a little bit more of the videos coming soon to a social channel near you related to the podcast. So get ready. I'm going to be out there. I'm going to be riding. And if I have an accident, which I almost bit the dust on Sunday, because I took a turn a bit too fast on one of those curvy roads. And yeah, that would have been quite a video there. Some of you might have liked it. Probably enjoyed it. Probably the only time that I get a bunch of thumbs up, a bunch of likes, seeing me like plastered across the curb inside of the like a creek or a ravine or some shit like that, inside the trees. But anyway, by the way, in case you haven't realized, this is UFO Buster Radio. This is the episode on Monday where we talk about UFO stories, ufology, and things that have to do with ET. I got 4 stories today, not 3. For fuck's sake, I got 4. So if you're a sleepy person, you might as well go good night now and check it out in the morning. And if you're checking this out on the throne, your legs are going to fall asleep. I guarantee it. Let's see who is on live now, because, some of the guys get on live, and you hear them all the time, and you can actually watch them as well on the YouTube. We got Green Man, Gangvet, Dre is here. Let's see who else. That's it. The rest will show up later, as they usually do, because sometimes these notices are not timely. They really aren't. They just come out whenever the hell they feel like it. But let's get the party started. It's Monday. Mondays suck for most people. So here's for your sucky Monday. Enjoy.
Where do we go from? Where do we go from here? No one can save us from keeping clear. I don't wanna lose you, I don't wanna lose you now. 'Cause there is only one thing on my mind. Hey, I just wanna see you on my new grave. Hey, I just wanna see you on my new grave before you turn around and walk away. Hey, I just wanna see you on my new grave. I can do my own thing. I can do my losing track of time, losing track of myself. I can make promises to get into your head. Hey, I just wanna see you on my new grave. Hey, I just wanna see you on my new grave before you turn around and walk away. Hey, I just wanna see you on my, I just wanna see you. I can do my own thing. I can do my
I was sitting here for the longest, and Bugs was just killing it. I don't know like somebody's got to be sneaking him something. Maybe table food. I don't know. A piece of lasagna. Something just made him super gassy, and he was just killing it. So I decided to join in the fray, and oh man, I gave a white flag out. I'm done. If you didn't listen to Dark Horde over the weekend, we know that a self-proclaimed, even though apparently there's evidence that this individual was a Bigfoot hunter, which really it's a bad name to have. Bigfoot. I don't know. Just like UFO hunter. Why would you hunt necessarily UFOs? That's going to get you a good probing. One you could probably never recover from. But anyway, Bigfoot hunter this month shot up some dude. And I'm thinking that the real theory here for me is that this person who came across some Bigfoot that got shaved down, and he was ousted from the clan and ended up in her bed, and she shot the fool up. Not that it got her anywhere, except for maybe a long time in jail. Basically, the poor guy actually got up after being shot, sat up on his damn bed, looked at her, and she proceeded to fire him up again. And he still survived. He's got to be a fucking Bigfoot or an alien. He's got to be one of those. But that's the crazy side of all this, paranormal UFO stuff. We got pedophiles, we got people who hoax, and now we got people who kill humans that resemble Bigfoot. But it doesn't end there. Conspiracy theorists stole truck to avoid being late for a meeting with space aliens. I want you to just digest that for a second. Now just imagine you have a meeting with ET somewhere, and you got to get there quick. Well, if you don't have a vehicle, you got to steal it. What are they expecting? And somewhere, somehow, you just happen, through intervention of the Greys themselves, you just happen to end up at a 7-Eleven where some unsuspecting dimwit leaves his keys in the truck. Now listen, folks, the time for that, especially here in the United States, and you guys like out in other countries, you probably still, run into the store, you leave your keys in the truck or your car, the shit's still running, you even got kids in there. And you don't do that around here. You don't fucking leave your car running or even your keys in there just because you want to hop in a 7-Eleven and get a Slurpee. Because chances are, if anyone even has the slightest spidey sense of an impending ET conference, they will know. They will know that your car is there for the taking. Like, the main ET done told them, you pick up a car at the 7-Eleven, you get here on time. We're not going to invite you to our fun stuff. This happened, or actually, I can't say this happened to him. He did this. His name is Bryce Jerald Dixon. And according to the cops, when they finally caught up to him, they said to him, hey, Bryce, why in the flying fuck did you take this truck? And then he came back. Why? He's like, well, I had a meeting. It turns out that he didn't want to be late for a meeting with space aliens, right? So he decided to pick up this truck. This happened in New Fork, Utah, and he needed a truck to get to the Colosseum because there was a flight there waiting for him with alien diplomats. I mean, I can understand that. You got to get there, right? Apparently, aliens don't believe in limos, or Uber for that matter. So you need to find a mode of transportation to catch your flight. At least he didn't have 3,000 people with him waiting for a space rock to go by to get, beamed up. He had a destination, he had a time, and he had a need. So he took the damn truck because somebody left the damn keys in it. Yeah. By the way, Bugs is back there snoring away. Hope you enjoy that. He told the police that he felt bad about taking the vehicle, so he decided to turn back around. Maybe he figured he wasn't going to make it. Maybe the guy that left the damn key in it was actually first going in to gas up, and he didn't because he was going to pay for the gas, and he didn't have enough gas to get there, I guess. I don't know. He just felt bad is what the story says. Who fucking knows? Who knows? Maybe the Grandmaster Gray told him, no, you're not going to make it. We travel at light speed, dude. No, you fucked up. Go back and take that damn car back because we don't want any problems with your humans. The truck owner allegedly, when good old Mr. Bryce showed back up at 7-Eleven, punched him in the face. Fuck. So aggressive. What the hell is wrong with him? The guy was late for an interdimensional galactic conference. Why would you... Really? How rude. How rude. Well, they took him to the hospital, of course, to figure out his face and the damage that occurred to him. Needless to say, he didn't make it to the conference. E.T. left without him. They phoned home. And he got booked at the Utah County Jail. The funny thing is, oh my God, the story's great. By the way, if you look at the image for this episode, that is Bryce right there for you. That's his mugshot. Bryce actually escaped custody 3 fucking times. He was still trying to make it to the Colosseum for his interdimensional conference. 3 times he eluded the cops. Yeah, 3 times. How the fuck is that possible? I don't get it. You caught this guy, and you look at Bryce. I mean, I'll be honest. Bryce looks like he's a tough guy. 3 times, Utah cops, Utah County. What the fuck is going? What's going on? Must be some great bear claws out there. Bananas. So he didn't make his conference. He tried 4 times actually. 1 time with the truck, he brought it back, and then 3 times he tried to escape. And neither time he didn't make it, so the conference went on without him. So basically, he was charged with suspicion of theft of a motor vehicle and 3 counts of attempted escape. This is what we're dealing with. I mean, this is what I mean. Like, there was no reason. We don't need the alien story. He just did something stupid. But no, we had to be going to an alien conference. I mean, this is why ufology looks so bad. Like I said, pedophiles, people shooting expatriate Bigfoots, and now we've got people stealing trucks to get to alien conferences. It's a wonder that people think people that believe in ET and UFOs and conspiracies are all fucked up in the head. This is what we're dealing with. This is what gets national news. Actually, this was reported, I want to say about 7 hours ago, maybe a little more. So I'm sure it'll make its rounds. And Bryce will be like everywhere on the internet. And we'll probably get some more stories behind it. I mean, I want to know basically who invited him to the conference, what the conference was about, and how long was his trip for. I mean, you can't just up and leave the planet and not give us your itinerary. Cause you plan to come back, don't you, Bryce? Maybe next conference we'll get this shit together. I don't know.
I've been wasting my time. I don't know why I can't get you out my mind. And if I find a way to get it, when I do it, I can live it and forget it. Cause I hate how much I love you, or I hate how you just put me in my feelings. I just wish you understood the gravity, but you got low sinners. I guess it's better just to live it and forget it than to live it and remember. I've been wasting my time. I don't know why I can't get you out my mind. Yeah, now I'm so lost, where do I go? I was in the chase, caught a flat on road. It was all love, X no O. I was feeling rich, but we turned out broke. North Pole, life so cold. Lukewarm love, should've took it to the stove. You were bad news, all kind, no pro. We grew apart fast. I guess we was reaping what we sowed in. I guess we was unequally yoked in. Guess if we was putting on the shoulder. Guess we should've tried to take it slow then. Guess I let my feelings take control. Guess I let my demon take the wheel. Used to think that we be growing older. Now I can't believe that it was real. It was back in late December when I did it. I just wish I could forget it. Cause I hate how much I love it. Oh, I hate how I just love to catch a feeling. And you told me that you understood depravity, but now I know you didn't. I guess it's better just to live it and forget it than to live it and remember.
So I got this story because I've been watching a lot of like, I don't know if it's because of Halloween. I don't know what it is. Because of the Dark Horror podcast. It's something, but I've been so focused on watching like documentaries of, people going on ghost hunting and stuff like that. And so I said this Sunday, we were out there looking for the dam. Now, we always leave before sunrise, so it's dark as fuck outside. And people, even though there's hardly nobody on the road, there's always that one jackass who's behind you who has plenty of room, 3-4 fucking lanes, and the dude wants to sit behind you in his big ass, Texas-sized truck. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to have to pick up speed here because this guy's going to run me over like some cucaracha. And the weird thing is that my mirror, so I hit like 65 on my bike and the mirror starts folding in. And I've been watching so many haunted films and documentaries that I can hear the creaking like an old door go, and the thing actually folds in, and to the point where I can't no longer see behind me. Basically, it was so freaking strange because all I heard was a creaking door of some old house when that happened, and then when I slowed down to about 50 miles, it actually went right back to where it was. That was kind of strange for me. I didn't touch it. It went right back. And I'm thinking, is my fucking bike haunted? What the hell is going on? What's up to Bucky and Carlo, who are in the live chat? Thank you guys for coming in. That's my European accent. What is the alien agenda? A Courier reader, Courier UK, by the way, who witnessed air battle between two UFOs 40 years ago is asking that question. That's a long time to wait to ask a question, to be honest. You should have asked that shit a long time ago. Why are you waiting? Why? I don't understand. Australian investigator Phil Tyndale. Dave, take note. Phil Tyndale, who witnessed an air battle between two UFOs 40 years ago and is interested in Scottish sightings, explains why he is convinced we are not alone. I don't know. Every time I hear that, I think about Michael Jackson. No, we are not alone. That is 100% true. There is an issue with UFOs in general. That is, people always want to associate UFOs with little green men or gray men or little tall reptilians. I don't know. Little tall reptilians. I don't even know what the fuck that is. But a UFO is a UFO. Aliens are aliens. Do I believe that we are alone in the universe? No. No, we're not. There's something out there. Guaranteed. Now, the question is, are they coming here? But according to Phil, 40 years ago, he saw a dogfight. A dogfight. UFOs fighting each other. He was 10 years old in South Australian town of Aldgate. A little bit over 4 years ago, himself and his twin brother Rob witnessed a hostile chase between two highly advanced craft, resulting in one of those crafts crashing into a tree. Not too advanced, huh, buddy? You came all this fucking way to crash into a tree. Those are the breaks. The crash was reported by a third witness who was able to have a close look at the craft, which resembled an 8-meter-long yellow speedboat from its underside. So here you got three witnesses, the twins, a third person, and these UFOs were having a shit of a time over the skies of Australia in the battle. And I think every time this anniversary for this particular UFO comes up, I cover it on the podcast because Phil is very familiar to me. Okay, just be honest. He recently contacted the Courier from Australia after reading an article on the Courier about renowned Scottish UFO investigator and self-confessed UFO skeptic Malcolm Robinson, who believes that aliens have almost certainly visited Tayside and Fife. Here's the thing. Now, Fife is quite popular when it comes to UFOs, right? But Malcolm, how the fuck is he a skeptic? This sentence is weird. Self-confessed UFO skeptic Malcolm Robinson now believes that aliens have visited the planet, especially these two towns in Scotland. Oh, I mean, that's a turn of events for you. So he, I guess now he's no longer a self-confessed UFO skeptic. He's a believer. Change your name, Malcolm. Don't be a bitch about it. 4 decades, Malcolm had his own experience, and he says he's 100% convinced what he saw was extraterrestrial and not military. I mean, listen, when you have folks in the military saying it's not military, you got a fucking problem. Something is not right. But the thing is that the stories are so scattered apart that you can't put 2 and 2 together anymore. Nothing adds up to 4. Hell, 2020 is so fucked up. I'm just saying, it's just none of it makes sense. None of it. The article goes through the history. According to these guys, both Phil and Malcolm, they've been researching UFOs ever since their, related perspective incidents, and unrelated, should I say. And so they give you a little bit of history in this article. The link is in the description if you want to see all of it. But one of the things they point out is that one of the first reported UFO cases was back in the 1500s in a township in Germany where they witnessed a battle between celestial objects, which was reported in the broadsheet journals of Nuremberg. The 1500s. Fuck Roswell. This was the 1500s, man, in Europe, Germany. That's what I'm saying. We can't all be sucking up the same fucking psychotic juice. Or water, depending on what perspective you take. But we cannot all be psychotic. Millions of people, hundreds of years, fuck, even thousands of years, if you go by this. Because there's also been hieroglyphs, petroglyphs, all the other shit about UFOs, aliens, shit that look like grays, painted on caves, mountainsides, thousands of years ago, and yet today, maybe your local government studies UFO, maybe it doesn't. But in this article, we'll see that if you really put all this shit together, there is no reason, nobody, not a single person on this side of the world or any other should ever question whether or not these things are real. And unfortunately, the whole idea that it's a matter of time is just fucked up because ain't nobody got time. Time is the most precious thing we have, and it goes pretty damn quick, to be honest. Pilots for the 1940s reported, of course, seeing strange spherical crafts. We know those guys, the Foo Fighters, during the World War II battles. Then the history goes into Betty and Barney Hill, which both provided compelling, consistent testimonies, plus evidence, because Betty got something on the dress. I know you guys have your own definition of that, because it's probably happened to you guys, but this came from an alien. Not illegal either. Another planet, another dimension, I don't know. So the question is, and it's actually printed in this article, will this new reality change our view towards each other? Fuck no. Listen, we are going to be dicks to each other. And that's just the way it is. Some people can just only think about number one. And that's just not going to change. It's part of the human nature. It's about, survival of the fittest. So will we change? No, we're going to be fighting fucking aliens, lizard people, greys, and fighting each other too, because that's just the way it is. The question is, can we learn to appreciate the creatures that we share our planet with? No. And appreciate the value of our own beautiful Earth. Maybe one day, in about 1,000 years, if we're still around. But fat chance. Don't think it's going to happen. And that's the way it is. I remember this cartoon back in the day with some cat. Was it from Tom and Jerry? That used to say he hates people. I think people hate people. That really is the problem. Next time somebody says to you that ET doesn't exist, aliens are not real, and that conspiracies are all bullshit, ask him why is it that his government would rather spend millions of dollars in trying to figure out if they're real rather than helping them retire. What about that? We see this all the time, especially here in the United States, oh, Social Security is going belly up. It's running out of funding. But then you get a story that we spent $22 million to investigate UFOs. And the paranormal, basically, out at Skinwalker Ranch. So, why do it? Why have part of your population, broke as hell when they pay their taxes, but then you can spend millions of dollars investigating these things that you deny constantly? Here's another one for you. The Sun UK printed this article about the CIA hiring a psychic to find ancient civilizations of tall, thin aliens on Mars. But wait, they don't exist. I mean, really, all we got is fucking amoebas, right? I mean, when Pareidolia Pete gets on there and he looks at all these Mars pictures and he says, oh, there's a naked lady statue, or there's a rat with a 10-inch long penis. Everybody just says, no, Pareidolia, that's not correct, because NASA, the government, they're on our side. They would let us know if there were rats with 10-inch long penises, or 17 for that matter, on the red planet that's not habitable. Well, apparently it might be habitable. There might be shit down there. There might be a bunch of amoebas. But according to the psychic the CIA hired as part of Project Stargate, there were people that lived on Mars. There was a whole ancient civilization. And when I say millions, this was back in the 1980s, and the cost was $20 million. I feel like Austin Powers, yeah. $20 million they spent in the 80s. What the fuck? That's like $3 billion right now, I guess. Yeah. This psychic, which remains nameless, said he saw a surface on the planet from a distance using his mind. They gave him coordinates. We know this today, and maybe those that read this kind of stuff, the kooks back in the day, who are now all of a sudden our heroes in ufology, they call this remote viewing. They got this psychic, say, hey, check out these coordinates on Mars and let me know what you see. The project started in 1978. And what can you do? Some of the people that might have been enlisted into this was Uri Geller, Spoonbender Man. I mean, I would, listen, if I got to fuck around with some Martians, I would love to have someone that could bend spoons with his mind. Imagine if you could do that shit like remotely. Scare the shit out of an alien. They asked the remote viewers to explain and describe what is it that they're seeing on Mars. Here's a description of it. And if you feel froggy, please go to the link in the description, visit this article, pay homage to your remote viewers. Different chambers on Mars, but almost stripped of any kind of furnishings. They were empty because the civilization was dying. According to the remote viewers, the place was merely functional for sleeping or hibernation or something of that form. The information they were getting was really raw, kind of like they couldn't really translate it all. It was almost too much, like a storm, they explained. One of them said that this civilization was dying. And the folks from Project Stargate asked them to move a little closer in their viewing to find out more things. And there's some quotes in here. Because this remote viewer said that this civilization on Mars was dying from the environmental changes. Oh, look, global warming on Mars. The quotes are, they're ancient people, they're dying. It's past their time of age, he said. They're very philosophic about it. Well, what the fuck can you do, right? If you can't do nothing about it, you might as well have a bunch of philosophy behind it. Or take on knitting or something, I don't know. They're just looking for a way to survive, and they just can't. There evidently was a group or party of them that went to find a new place to live. So we are on the way back to Mars. This project for the 1970s, that ended in 1984, was already fucking there, right? They had remote viewers and psychics look at Mars. $20 million, but ask yourself why. Why would the military pay psychics and remote viewers to look at a planet that at that point, according to everything, was a dead planet? There was nothing in the science books back then that remotely says what they describe Mars as being today. Not even close. So what was it they were looking for? But yet today, your government here in the United States will tell you that we don't look at stuff like that. You know, and then stuff happens. Then some dude with a thick neck says, hey, I need this stuff to train some pilots. And he steals a video, gives it to a next alternative music punk rocker. And all of a sudden, oh, well, yeah, we did. Those are not the only. You know what? That A-tip shit was not the only one. There's probably dozens and dozens of studies into all our solar system planets, all our celestial mates, that are going on right now. And some of them might use remote viewers. We might have psychics still on the bill. Hell, I'm going to ask Chris Garcia next time I talk to him if he's on the take. If he's remote viewing planets. Fuck, we might just ask him to go on YouTube and try that remote viewing stuff for us. I want to know what really is in Dre's little bar cabinet. I'll be honest with you about that. I like to partake. But all jokes aside, it is the truth. It is the honest truth. Your government spends millions of dollars and is telling you, up until now, they do not. And if they can go as far as using psychics and remote viewers, what the fuck? I'm sorry. Someone has to wake up and see that there is something really peculiar about the whole situation. $20 million to get spoonbenders to look at Mars. Completely fucking nuts. Let's be real about it. But this is just what we find out about. This is the little morsel that they gave us over the years. For damn sure, you know, not only is this government here in the United States doing it, so are the other governments everywhere else. There's more to that story, a little bit more about the history of UFOs, because it talks a little bit about Roswell, talks about a little bit of the other ones. And there's actually a link in there if you're interested in other Scottish UFO incidents, there's a link at the very end of the article. You can go in there and check those out. But for fuck's sake, it's everywhere. Let's stop fucking around. Really. Jeez. We made it to the last one. Check this out. By the way, if you missed the last freak out on Thursday on YouTube, we had a great experience. We had Dave from Australia take us through his part of his little town while he was walking and talking with us, showing us a bit of the area. And the idea just kind of formulated there that maybe every Thursday when you call in to freak out, you should show us part of your neck of the woods, your part of the planet, whatever it is. If you want to take a ride out to a local attraction and call in from there, you can use your mobile phone. Perfectly fine. The fucking thing has a camera. Use it. Okay, just call in and then ask a question. Freak out about a UFO incident you heard about. Anything of the sort. Paranormal stuff goes too. It's a freak out. Nobody fucking cares. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to start with the Asgardians, but anyone is free to get on there and can, show their side of the town. Whether you're in Florida, you're on the East Coast, West Coast, you're towards the North, Canada, Australia, China, Japan, India, no matter where you're at, it's YouTube. As long as you have an internet service, a camera, and a microphone, you'll do just fine. If you don't speak as a Spriggan Z, as they say, or the language, we might have a problem, but we'll just stare at you. Just show the neighborhood. I'm okay with that. I'll be honest, the reason I'm doing four stories for today is I got to compete with the other new fuckers who are on here for like 3 fucking hours. I couldn't stay awake for that. This is the truth. The reason why UFO Buster Radio is kind of a short form is because I could not last, 2-3 hours listening to the same dude talk about his fucking book. I couldn't do it. So I said to myself, it's going to be different. So even this at an hour long, we got different things to talk about. So we went from the Dark Order on Saturday, people killing off Bigfoot-looking guys. We got a dude who made it to, well, he didn't fucking make it. Stole a truck to get an alien conference. No show. Didn't make it. Hopefully they reschedule the conference. Then we talked about a 40-year UFO event over Australia and stuff going on, over there. On the other side of the pond, in Scotland. Then we talked about the good old-fashioned Project Stargate. I mean, I use fucking psychics all the time, but actually Chris Garcia has been saying that he wants to come back to the podcast, and we have some questions for him regarding GameVet's picture, because I keep screwing up and not getting that video for him. But we're going to have him on YouTube for that. And now we're going to go to the moon, because everyone's going to the moon. Well, except for the Russians, they're going to Venus. And Elon wants to really just go to Mars. But everybody else is crashing shit on the moon. Look at China. Man, Bugs is really ripping it up back there. Can you hear that? He's louder than my motorcycle right now. Lunar lurkers is what this article is called. Alien life could be hiding underground on the moon as Harvard genius say it is time to start drilling. Now the weird thing is, you don't really, like a lot of people talking about, oh, we got to mine the moon, because there's like heavy water and all this other stuff out there. But no one really says that there's life on the moon. You would think that in such a close proximity to the blue planet, that maybe our little pest, our wave maker, may have shit that's coming off our planet and landing and being part of the moon somewhere. The article is really talking about the fact that maybe possibly deep under the surface of this moon, which is basically inhospitable, geez Louise, inhospitable, even though it's a wasteland, there's nothing to breathe. It may be below the surface. Under all that pressure, there could be some underground lakes. It's very possible. They're also saying this about Mars. The difference with Mars is that it's cyclic, so sometimes you see water breaking through the surface. They say it's really salty water, kind of briny, but still. The idea is that the only way to find out if we do have life on our own little nasty looking moon is by going up there and drilling, sending robots up there, getting onto that surface, drilling down far enough to where you can figure out if maybe that's what's happening. Now, the funny thing is that we know there's life up there because we just dropped a bunch of, troglodytes up there? Accidentally? Spilled it all over the moon? And those things are probably just going to town, right? They're like multiplying like crazy. But is it possible that our moon, which at one time astronauts said that it sounded like a hollow bell, maybe that hollow was more like water? Maybe there was water under the surface. Lots and lots of water. The question is, can it be down there? And because it is covered from the elements, it's not out there in space and the harsh coldness, air, no air surface of the planet, is it possible that maybe because it is locked up inside the planet under the surface, that it can also host life because it's no longer exposed to the harsh elements of the surface? So the idea is that there could be liquid water in there somewhere. And so we need to get some robots up there to go and fish them out. So there are scientists from Harvard and the Florida Institute of Technology that are looking into this. Here's a quote from Dr. Manasvi Lingam. Surface water requires an atmosphere to maintain a finite pressure without which liquid water cannot exist. However, when one moves to deeper regions, the upper layers exert pressure and thus permit the existence of liquid water in principle. They bring up the situation with Mars. The fact that Mars could very well have significant amount of water under the surface. But there you see evidence of it. The plan is to go to the moon and drill. Now we know people want to mine the moon for all kinds of shit, but they're also looking for water, #alien life attached to it. It is weird because they'll never tell you that that's what they're looking for. But listen, if you go to our stinky, inhospitable little gray planet, our moon, and it turns out that it has life in it, then for fuck's sake, can someone please just put the hashtag on it, life fucking exists elsewhere? And we can get over that. Because then it's a matter of evolution. Then it's a matter of how far or how long has life existed on this particular celestial body. And will we see something more than a 2-3 celled amoeba? Now, a lot of this conversation is being held by one of our favorite scientists since Oumuamua, and that is Dr. Avi Loeb of Harvard University. And he says this: drilling might be possible in the context of the Artemis program to establish a sustainable base on the moon by 2024. One can imagine robots and heavy machinery that will drill under the lunar surface in search of life, just as we do in searching for oil on the planet Earth. That's Avi Loeb. Listen, the thing about Avi is he's like a crackpot with a title. That really is what he is. And because he's respected, well, I don't know if he's respected anymore, but because people listen to him, and I guess he hasn't lost his job with Harvard University, then you know what? People look up to him. So he says all this crazy kind of stuff, which to us sounds crazy because it's coming from a Harvard scientist. But when in fact, as I stated earlier, if your government has been spending millions of dollars searching for shit that the old Avi is talking about now, there's your 2 and 2. There's your 4. Put it together. The shit is there. It exists. We wouldn't be spending millions of dollars. You wouldn't have a Harvard scientist talking about it if it wasn't fucking real. Don't be part of the sheeple. Have a fucking brain. Go out there and get probed. Well, some of you do already, but you call it pegging. Thank you for joining the podcast today. Tomorrow we're going out into space and we're going to talk about some crazy Elon Musk. SN8 is on deck, got the flaps and everything, but also the Super Heavy. There's some new diagrams of the Super Heavy that look crazy, and that's going to be what the Starship is going to be sitting on. And it is magnificent. I thank you guys for listening. You guys in the chat, thank you for joining live. And I got this new song, this outro called More Scrubs. It's almost like a tribute to Left Eye. Ciao.
My life depends on trying to figure a scribble I could let loose, dodging the dribble that they trying to throw my way. I think I figured that them figures out to get you. Let them pull the strings that trigger what you say. Think it's difficult to get out on my brain. I wish life went in any other way, but it's all side roads to nowhere, and I can't find a map that seemed to mark my place. My heart frigid when it sit inside that cold air that exists between our lack of shit to say. But I always wanna spend my time with you, even when I'm whacking, got no change. You still sticking here with me. Yeah, you still sticking here with me. And I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you. I'm a scrub, but you still love me. You love me. I'm a scrub, but you still love me. You love me. Even though I don't make no money, you've been there when the times get ugly. I'm a scrub, but you still love me. You love me. I'm a scrub, but you still love me. You love me. Even though I don't make no money, you've been there when the times get ugly. I'm broke. Oh wait, shit. It's the second verse, right? I think it goes like, I've been stuck inside this pocket of debt, empty walls and stress. Gotta stop smoking this cess. I turn redundant. I'm a con, I'm ignoring myself. Can't stomach her dwelling. She steady telling me I'm the center of all my problems, but I can't complain, I ain't a man of my own. I'm 26, not home. I ain't grown, I've been wasting my way to progress, but at least I got your love on my back. You steady making me laugh. For that, I gotta thank the Lord above us, cause you make me smile when my world look gray. You make me laugh when my Santa is blue. I was low pockets in these words I make. Yeah, I'm a scrub, but at least I got you. Yeah, at least I got you. And I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you. I'm a scrub, but you still love me. You love me. I'm a scrub, but you still love me. You love me. Even though I don't make no money, you've been there when the times get ugly. I'm a scrub, but you still love me. You love me. I'm a scrub, but you still love me. You love me. Even though I don't make no money, you've been there when the times get ugly. And I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you.